All right, friends, it's time to start putting stuff away for the winter. Figure out where we're gonna put it. And I thought about these four-wheel drives, you know, and I kind of need to use one to help him pull that combine. So I tried yesterday to start the 4180, 3% battery. So left it on the charger all night and got it fired up a while ago, only to find that the transmission lube pressure light is flashing. And we'll talk more about that later. So I thought I'll start this one. It's got brand new batteries, right? We did all that. Well, I forgot to shut the battery cutoff off, and it drained the batteries a lot. So I've had it on the charger, and we're gonna see now if it is enough to start this one. We'll give it the boost of juice here. But I suppose we'll do that right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. That's Buddy the dog. And this is the 4150 that we bought over the summer. And we did very little with it. We made it a little bit better. And we were getting, you know, geared up to potentially use it. But we just haven't, we haven't had a need for it yet. We need to get it where we can work on it and figure out where that fuel leak's coming from, because that's another issue we're going to face. We're 11.4, so we might have a chance if we try. The GoPro battery's gonna die now, so sure. Let's see if we can get it running. I want to unhook the field cultivator, is what I'm after, see? Neutral. Something's not right. I don't know if it's really that the battery's that dead, or whether one of the connections we had apart is not doing that thing. Because it just seems like that ain't gonna do it, you know? This one, for some reason, is very, very difficult to get in here and do. Let's try it again. Right quick. I don't think it's gonna do it, but we can always dream. Nope. So, I guess we will leave it on the charger more. It kind of sucks that our brand new batteries are now not brand new anymore. We'll shut the battery cutoff back off so that it's only working on the batteries. And we'll just leave it maybe for another day and see what happens. Not exactly what I wanted to deal with. So we're gonna have to figure out what's draining the batteries. My first suspect would be the alternator, because it don't look the greatest. And you know, when your alternator goes bad, sometimes it will do that. Drain your battery when it's just sitting there. So that'll be one of the places to look. If we can get it running now. And then unhook this, because this should be ready to go. Nothing needed for it before next year, as far as I know. I think it will be ready to just take to the field and try it as is. And that's going to be my plan. this is gonna be my go-to thing, I think, to start with. And the Landau is going to be a backup. But I think the 4180's problem might be that it's a little bit too low on fluid from sitting, because that light started flashing after just sitting. So I'm hoping that it just leaked out somewhere, like on the axle seals, which we never fixed. And if it did that, then the front half should be good. I already figured out it was the front half and not the back half on that one. I took the wire loose on one sitting unit at a time. So, yeah. But this tractor, fuel leak is our main thing, and then we need to finish servicing it, which we never did, and then hopefully it will be usable. It's still got a lot of stuff we can do to it over time. Hoses can be replaced that are not the best, but I think potentially we can have the 2 silver ones going with not much effort. The 9650 still needs the steering cylinder fixed, so that's gonna be the most difficult fix out of any of these 3, I think, before next spring. I've got all the stuff to do it. It just takes time, and you never know how much time, because sometimes it's a pain to get that tie rod end loose. But the plan as such then would be that the 2 silver tractors would be ready to go, and then this one we'll work on, and hopefully it will be also ready to go. But I got to get more hydraulic fluid before we even try to move it, because it's almost out. And then we got to get all that pulled off of this rod so we can unbolt those 4, slide that off, fix it, and then put this back on. But this can be a real pain in the Knutson. So time will tell how bad that is. Lazy dog. Yeah. Probably feels good in the sun if you lay still like that. But we're going to go see if we can't get that 4150 to revive. It's been on the charger all night, so we'll see what happens. My hole here is getting deep enough, I'm gonna have to do something about it. I call in some stuff. No, right. I should have, well, that's okay. All right. This is perhaps the saddest sadness, because those are brand new batteries. And my dumb self forgot to turn that off. And that was our issue. Is this still on? Yep, she's been cooking all night long. Let's turn the cutoff back on. Turn the cutoff back on, and then it started charging again. It's cold today, so I know we're gonna have extracurricular help here. 12.6, but we'll see. We'll see. It may not start at an idle. It disconnected the cables on its own. We'll let it warm up a little bit. We'll start picking up our trash here. Oh, goodness. We have oil pressure. We have charging. That's good. Come on. window closing. We forgot that too. When we moved this out here, it was a super duper hot day. Miserable. So, no. Uh-oh. Do we not have enough oil? Our couplers aren't very good either, so that's on the list of stuff to give attention to. Why didn't our light come on here? When I step on the clutch. There it came on. Okay, so this one's working correctly. Other than it doesn't want to run. Don't hit the escape. This is a smooth running horse, I'll tell you that. It's still got its little quirks about it. But now hopefully that'll get us over. Okay. We'll go good and slow. So we don't hook the fence and rip it down. Because that really sucks when that happens, especially after we did all the work to it. I think we made it. That right there is partially why I've never fenced that in better. It's awfully handy to be able to cut through here with something really wide. But we might change it, I don't know. Come on. There we go. I forgot that cover was on there still. Oh well. And a too small hitch pin. Sure. It's a two-hand job, sorry. Nice thing about the way that's made is you can run them from outside if you have to. Yeah. It doesn't, it's, when you let it out of the clutch, it drops too low. It needs run is what it needs. Some field work would do it great. If that fuel gauge works, we need more fuel. That's probably not helping us either. Let's shut it off. Will it start back up? Yep, right away. Oh, let's put our fence up before we forget. We don't need that trouble. All right, so they're running good. One is anyway, that one's just sitting. But we got them unhooked for the winter. We got work to do. We got to sort out some leaks on this one. I hear an ominous vibration we should probably check out. But a lot of leaks to fix, a lot of hoses to replace, but we got other people's projects to work on first, so we're not even going to worry about that at the present moment. Let's shut her off. We've also got cosmetics to fix on this one. A lot of rust, needs welded, but we saved it. You know, if it had not been me buying it, it was going to be parted out because the guy bidding against me had one and he needed parts. So this was a local tractor we saved, and it's going to live again. We need to learn our lesson from last time and shut off our battery cutoff. We specifically put on here for the reason of not draining our batteries. I just hope that they hold a charge now, because a lot of times when they drain that dead, they do not. So this one should be ready to go, other than the fact that now the transmission lube pressure light's on the front half. But I'm hoping that it's because it's low on oil. When I pulled the stick, it was on the tip of the add mark. So that's okay. I'm hoping if I put some in there, that problem will go away, because it just came on from after sitting out there. I thought it was kind of acting goofy when I moved it to do that last video comparing the tractors, and then now after sitting, it's been on most of the time. So the 2-speed obviously leaks a little bit, and that oil does both. On the front compartment of this, it's gear oil because the 2-speed's gear to gear, so it does that. It's got lines and you can see it's all connected, so it's very possible that it could leak out enough, you know. I don't think I checked it after using it all year. I checked it before we started and it looked fine, and I don't think I added any, and so it's very possible, is what I'm saying, that it could have leaked some out. So I'm not gonna freak out yet. If I can find some, I'll put some in and check it, but that's on our list of things to do. And like I said, that one just mainly leaks and cosmetics. The top of that cab is kind of horrendous. That one's getting that way, but what you gonna do, you know? One of them things, but they look kind of pretty sitting there together. So we're gonna have a very white Christmas, I guess is what I'm saying. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.